Hi, St. Mary's friends. It's Miss Amelia here again, and I have my special guest Ruth with me again this week. This week we have a story called, so good, Mogie, the Heart of the House. It is about a very special dog, and so Ruth came to help me with this storytelling again today. Ruth, very much like the story of Mogie, is a super special helper about making people feel good. The story that we have from the Bible today is also about Jesus healing people, making people feel better. Jesus spent much of his time, the stories we have about Jesus, he spent much of his time healing people. And in Jesus' day, they didn't have the same kind of doctors and hospitals and medicine that we have today. And so when people were sick, it was really confusing and upsetting to people. And sometimes people wouldn't even be near sick people, thinking that they were sure that they were going to get whatever sickness that person had. And sometimes sick people were just left to be alone. And Jesus always approached the people who were sick and touched them and healed them and made them feel the love of God. So today's story is called Jesus Heals. Jesus enjoyed teaching and healing. People everywhere heard that Jesus was a healer. They brought their sick family and friends to Jesus so he could heal them. When Jesus was near sick people, he could have gotten sick too. But Jesus didn't get sick. Instead, Jesus healed the people. He went out of his way to help. Early one morning, Jesus went to his friend Simon Peter's house. Simon Peter was very upset. Jesus, my wife's mother has a terrible fever. I know you have healed people in many places. Would you please heal her too? Jesus could feel how sad his friend was. He knelt down next to the woman, held her hand, and healed her. Jesus and his friends kept going from town to town, healing others and teaching people about God's love. A picture of Jesus healing Simon Peter's mother-in-law. Now, the story we have today is about Mogie, and Mogie is a special dog who goes to the children's hospital to visit patients there. I can't wait for you to hear the story with me. Mogie, The Heart of the House by Kathy Appelt, illustrated by Mark Rosenthal, published by Athenaeum Books. Right smack in the heart of the big city is a very special house. It has high-to-the-sky ceilings and large, cushy sofas. It has a well-stocked library and a big kitchen. It has an indoor treehouse and an enormous fireplace. The families who stay at the special house come from all over the world. They bring their children with them, including Gage. Gage was once a ball-throwing, race-running, back-flipping boy. Give Gage a tune and he'd make up silly rhymes for it. Give Gage a windy day and he'd fly a kite. Give Gage a beach and he'd build a sandcastle that scraped the sky. That Gage, everyone said, he's got mojo. Who wouldn't love a boy like that? But one day, Gage got sick. He was too sick for ball throwing, race running, and backflipping, too sick for rhymes and kites and sandcastles. And that is why his family came to the very special house in the heart of the big city. Like any other house, the house in the big city has house rules. Healthy eating, afternoon napping, peace and quieting, no puppies. Meanwhile, not too far away, there was a cozy house. It had a tiny bedroom with a box full of chew toys. It had a nice, warm kitchen. And guess what else it had? Puppies, a passel of puppies. 2 puppies set out to be service dogs. 3 puppies signed up for search and rescue. 4 puppies were groomed for the show ring. And then there was Mogie. Mogie was a ball-chasing, tail-wagging, moon-howling pup. Mogie tried to be a service dog. He tried search and rescue. He even tried the show ring. Each time he got the same report card. No way, no how, no thanks. But Mogie's heart was as true as could be. Give that dog a puddle and he'd splash. Give him a whistle and he'd roll over. Give him a rule, and he'd break it, which is exactly what he did. When he walked through the doors of the very special house, he did not notice the high-to-the-sky ceilings and large, cushy sofas. He could care less about the well-stocked library and the big kitchen. He barely sniffed the indoor treehouse and the enormous fireplace. He completely ignored the rules. Instead, Mogie made a beeline for Gage. "Woo!" he barked. Mogie trotted to Gage's side and wagged his tail, but Gage only stared out at the sky. Mogie rolled onto his back and kicked his legs in the air. Gage stared some more. Mogie barked in 3 different keys. "That Gage," everyone said. "He's lost his mojo. Who wouldn't worry about a boy like that?" Not Mogie. He knew just what to do. He licked Gage's fingers. He leaned on Gage's legs. He sat beside Gage and stared out at the big blue sky. And one day, when no one else was looking, Mogie chased a ball. He ran a race. He did a backflip just for Gage. And Gage, he remembered. He remembered throwing balls and running races and flipping backward. He remembered silly tunes and windy days. One night he dreamed about sand castles that scraped the sky. And slowly, oh so slowly, Gage began to get better. The day came when Gage was ready to leave the special house in the heart of the big city. But first, he hugged Mogie and said, "I'll never forget you." Mogie leaned against him and licked Gage's fingers. He barked in 3 different keys. Then he watched as Gage waved goodbye and walked out the door. Give that boy a tree limb and he'll climb it. Give him a pond and he'll feed the ducks. Give him a chance and he'll take it. That Gage, everyone said, he found his mojo. And as for Mogie, he's still there in the special house. He misses Gage, and once in a while he stares out at the sky and thinks about him. But now he has Antonia. Antonia was once a toe-dancing, jump-roping, cartwheel-spinning girl. That Antonia, everyone said, she's lost her cha-cha-cha. Mogie's work is cut out for him. Give this dog a bone and he'll chew it. Give him a stick and he'll fetch it. Give him a kiddo who is bluer than blue, and Mogie will be truer than true. That Mogie, everyone said, he's the heart of the house. Who wouldn't love a dog like that? I love this story about Mogie, the dog who helps the children at the Children's Hospital. Even though Mogie is not a doctor, he sure can make the children feel very special and very good. And it just is true to me that pets in particular can help us feel better. I know Ruth, have you helped me feel better on some days when I've been sad? Can you do that? She can. She's shy. She won't tell you that she does it, but she does. If you have a dog or a cat or a special pet at home that makes you feel better, please give that pet a special hug and say thank you to God for that gift in your life, because they really are special gifts to us. And know that Jesus is always at work in the world, healing those who are sick in their bodies or in their hearts. He is always with us. Please remember how very much we love you and that I miss you very much, and I look forward to seeing you again really soon. Have a good week.